Yeah, I mean, listen, we're at a pivotal moment right now in our society, and this is somewhat of an underrepresented consumer right now. So it's a really important time. And since I've been here, I've been doing some due diligence, looking at a lot of the advertiser base, and I have stated before that there are 1,900 advertisers that advertise in English language, and a little over 400 in Spanish language, and that was really shocking to me. And then I took it a step further and I dig a little bit more into categories. And one of the categories that is also misrepresented, underrepresented, is pharma. And that I didn't foresee that happening. And that is also a little shocking to me, given the inequities in what is happening with our healthcare. So I'm hoping, and I'm working really hard to get to those clients, pharma specifically, and trying to educate them on why this, our Hispanic audience is so important, because we're 60 million people and growing. And in order for any client to want to grow their business short term and long term, you're going to need to advertise to our consumer base. You will not grow your business unless you hit the Hispanic audience.
Because it seems like it's been known as multicultural sector or sort of a side sector.
Yeah.
Is that true, or how do you think perceptions are, and how do you like them to change?
Yeah, listen, it's been, it's changing behaviors, right? And the agencies and marketers have definitely planned accordingly, and you've planned general market, and then multicultural was a secondary concern. Multicultural and Hispanic was part of that. Black African American was part of that. And now I think the conversations are changing. I think with what is happening and what happened in 2020 with society and Black Lives Matters, and realizing the inequities that are happening, I think marketers are realizing that they need to take a much broader look, look at America as all inclusive. And that D&I should not just be a side conversation and something nice to have. I've been talking to a lot of clients. I've been going on tour, talking to a lot of clients, and basically the Hispanic market should be a foundation in your marketing plan. It is a business imperative. You're only going to be able to grow your business if you include it, and it's not a nice to have and just check the box. And that's what needs to change, and it will. I'm hoping it changes quicker. People are saying all the right things. We'll see.
Now,
Time will tell, but we'll see.
now, in terms of the audience, the Hispanic audience, and the advanced tools that are available that you're developing, I know you're putting together a great team.
Mm-hmm.
What are the opportunities for advertisers to reach audiences, Hispanic audiences, versus just age and demo?
Yeah, I mean, listen, everybody, what I've also noticed is that the Hispanic audience is somewhat brushed with the single brush. And there are segments within the Hispanic audience as well. We have a really big segment of Afro-Latinos. We have LGBTQ. Then you dive into behaviorals, with auto intenders and stuff like that. So you can dissect the Hispanic audience just like you do segments within English language. The difference is where we begin as our own audience segment first. So it's not going to be any different. And in my mind, when you start actually looking at your marketing campaigns across audiences, you somewhat level the playing field, because you don't look at it by demo and gender. It should be what the intent of who you're looking for. So if you want an auto intender, you're looking for that person who wants to purchase a car. It does not matter race, ethnicity, or anything else. It just levels the playing field. That's where we need to go. And that's, I think, where the growth potential is for US Hispanic, is with audience targeting, because then it levels the playing field. Trend Day TV, we're really excited. We announced it in January. We're in soft launch as we speak. We will be in full steam ahead in about 2 weeks. So that's amazing news, and it's free. It's an AVOD service. It's not an SVOD service, which I think is really important for our business, and for our audience as well. We also, just so you know, purchased and acquired VIX, which was the other streaming service. It was around for a while, and it was more of an on-demand service. Prende is going to be much more of a linear experience. So the two are pretty powerful together, and we will be the only destination for streaming for Spanish language in the country. And that is a powerful, powerful statement to say. So as well as cannibalization, listen, the consumers are changing behavior. For our audience, I don't see it as a cannibalization. I see it as 1 + 1 = 3. You kind of need both, because audiences are basically viewing in all different platforms. You know, they want to see their content in different places. I mean, soccer is enormous on with our fans, enormous. And right now, soccer, you're going to go to Univision, Unimas, 2DN. That's where you see soccer. News, okay, is our foundation. That's tied to our community. You're going to go to our linear platforms for news. Prende and streaming is different content. So it's going to be premium content, just like they're used to seeing on our linear experience. It's just different. There'll be channels. We're going to have kids. We're going to have movies. We're going to have family. It will all be, in my mind, all inclusive. And to me, it's a great combination.
Great. And finally, tell us about our friend, Mr. Avesano, and plans around advanced TV, advanced audience targeting. We hear a lot about addressability. I know that's a little bit far off for the industry, but you know, what's next in terms of using data to find the right person, the right groups?
Yeah, I brought Dan on board. I think I'm here 9 or 10 weeks, and he's here 3 weeks. So we're both digging in. But listen, I looked at the capabilities, and Univision really was just scratching the surface. We are a member of OpenAP. That was great to hear, and I was psyched about that. Obviously, I was a founder of that, and I thought that was really important. But we need to build our capabilities, and I need to create it in the linear space, but we really need to kickstart it and go cross-platform, because it's definitely come a long way from when we started it, almost 6 years ago, and it needs to be cross-platform. The only way it's going to work, and the only way it's going to be scalable for marketers and for them, is for it to be cross-platform across wherever our content is. And I don't see that just as streaming and digital and linear. I see that as our entire portfolio of our company, which would include local and audio. So that's our ultimate goal. It's a long journey, and it will take some time, but we will be building our audience capabilities. They will be ready for this upfront to be diving into, and cross-platform will be part of that initiative.